World. Now there are 3 preparation in paper 505 that I will going to take today, and that is on online platform. So you have to go in a systematic way, trying to understand its mechanism, trying to understand reactions, trying to understand calculations, whatever is with this preparation. So the first one is preparation of sulfonilic acid from aniline. That is very important preparation. How to prepare sulfonilic acid from aniline. So see, requirement is whatever chemical that you want in order to carry out this preparation is, first one is you require aniline. So important chemicals that needed to carry out this preparation is aniline. Second one is aniline, so you need 10 ml, that is approximate 10.2 gram. Or you can say 10.2 gram by weight. There is a formula to convert density into volume. So using mass into volume, you can use a formula of density, that density equal to mass by volume. Second things you needed is concentrate H2SO4. Second one is a concentrate H2SO4. You require approximate 27 ml, that is 37 gram. 2 normal. It is a concentrate H2SO4, so it is 20 ml, that is 37 gram. Third very important chemicals that is required is 2 normal sodium hydroxide NaOH, that is you want 3 to 4 ml. Other requirement are subsidiary requirement. Other requirement are you needed ice in this experiment. You can have a ice, okay, for cooling purpose, tap water, decolorizing carbon or charcoal. So see, these are the requirement. You need, these are the required chemicals in order to carry out experiment. Now what happens if you having these chemicals? Then what happens? How to carry out experiment? So you can see, start the procedure. How to start the procedure? So you can start the procedure by take 10 ml pure aniline, take 10 ml pure aniline in 100 ml flask. First drop, take the 10 ml aniline, and for sulfonation and continuously add and continuously add 20 ml concentrate H2SO4 into aniline solution in a small portion. In a small portion, stir the solution. Stir the solution gently during addition. Addition કરતા હોય ત્યારે stirring continuous રાખવું. During addition. See, you are adding H2SO4. Okay, so you can do the stirring continuously during addition and keep it cool by occasionally. And keep it cool by occasionally. Temperature exothermic process થી rise ન થાય એ ધ્યાનમાં રાખી અને એને કુલ કરતું રહેવાનું. So that is possible by immersing flask in cold water. Occasionally by immersing flask in the cold water. See, this is very, very important to control temperature. Support the flask in a oil bath and heat on. After addition is over, then support the flask in oil bath and heat at 180 to 190 degrees Celsius temperature for about 5 hours. So sulfonation is complete when a test, that is a 2 drop of that solution is completely, or you can say completely dissolved in NaOH, because sulfonation is complete when a test portion, that is nothing but a 2 drop, is completely dissolved by 3 to 4 ml NaOH solution without leaving solution cloudy. I indicate કેવી રીતે કરશો when sulfonation is completed. So see, sulfonation is completed. This is very, very important. Sulfonation is completed when તમારે આ ચેક કરવાનું છે, જે હીટિંગ ચાલતું હોય એમાંથી થોડો પોર્શન લઈને, when a portion of test solution is completely miscible with, or you can say dissolve, miscible with 3 to 4 ml to normal NaOH without leaving solution cloudy, or you can say oily, solution cloudy. So see, this is the indication of sulfonation is completed. Now product is formed. Now allow the product to cool about at 50 degrees Celsius temperature. Now allow the product to cool at 50 degrees Celsius temperature, and pour into ice bath and pour into beaker having ice. Now allow to stand for 10 minutes and filter the product. Now allow to stand for 10 minutes and filter it. Filter the product and filter the product. See, now this product contain, you can say this product contain, you can wash it with water. Wash with water, but see this product contain some colored impurity. Product જે છે એનો કલર white નહીં હોય, but it is product જે છે એની સાથે બીજી other colored impurity is there. So what you can do, so you can dissolve crude product into boiling water. If resulting solution is colored, then add charcoal, 2 gram charcoal, and boil it for 3 to 5 minutes so color impurity gets removed. Okay, this is the way to remove colored impurity. What you can do, a product having colored impurity, then dissolve the crude product in a minimum amount of boiling water. Dissolve the crude product in a minimum boiling water. Add 2 gram charcoal, add 2 gram charcoal. After charcoal addition, boil it for 3 to 5 minutes and boil for 3 to 5 minutes. What happens? If you boil it for 3 to 5 minutes, so color impurity get removed. Filter the hot water, filter it, the charcoal upar rahi jase, filter it and cool the solution or filtrate, cool the filtrate under ice bath. Cool the filtrate under ice bath. Or you can say in cold water. So sulfonilic acid is separated out as a crystal. Wash it with cold water. The substance is not its melting point. After, so sulfonilic acid, as a result, sulfonilic acid is separated as a crystal. Take its melting point and do its weight for theoretical end. So see, in this way you are getting sulfonilic acid. So this is very, very important. In order to getting sulfonilic acid, this is very, very important things. Now see, what is reaction? What happens in the reaction? So reaction is nothing but, see, this is your aniline compound. That is starting material. It is a aniline. Now in this aniline you have added concentrate H2SO4. So you are getting NH3 plus HSO4 minus. ammonium salt, then heat it at 459 to 473 Kelvin temperature. Under oil bath. See, this is in a Kelvin. After process degree Celsius like here it is Kelvin. It is 180 to 190 approximate. So you are getting deuter ion NH3 plus SO3 minus. Here it is SO3. HSO3 is minus. It is rearranged to give charge gets removed. So it is only SO3 minus. Proton from deuter ionic part is coming to SO3. So you are getting SO3H NH2. This is sulfonalic acid. This is called deuter ion. Single molecule having C both positive and negative charge. This is sulfonalic acid. So this is you can call reaction. Now how to calculate C theoretical yield? That is very important. So see, in order to calculate theoretical yield, you require weight of molecular weight of aniline. So molecular weight of aniline is its molecular weight is 93.13 gram per mole. Molecular weight of sulfonalic acid, that is product that you have form, is you can calculate the C weight of the product. What is molecular weight of product? Carbon and everything is there, so sulfonalic acid is there, so its molecular weight become sulfonalic acid, its molecular weight is 173.2 gram. And you started reaction by taking 10 ml or you can say 10.2 gram aniline, so theoretical will become, so this is molecular weight, so you started reaction by taking 10.2 gram aniline, so you can calculate theoretical yield in this way. Theoretical yield is equal to, see, 93.13 gram give you 173.2 gram, so 10.2 gram give you how many? So it's a 10.2 into 173.2 divided by 93.13. So it become, your answer become, you can do this calculation, so your answer become 10.2 into 173.2 divided by 93.13, so 18.96 gram. 18.96 gram. This is the theoretical yield. In this way you can calculate theoretical yield. Next is the mechanism, how this product is formed, what is its mechanism. Practically is the weight of the product. So mechanism is very simple. First step is aniline on reaction with, it is a sulfonation reaction. NH2, nitrogen is electronegative. So reaction, when you react it with acid, so protonation or you can say acidification take place on nitrogen atom. In the presence of concentrate H2SO4, protonation is take place on nitrogen atom. So you are getting anilinium ion. This is a NH3 plus. And counter ion is HSO4 minus. This is formed in the first step. sorry, HSO3 minus, or simply HSO4, okay, no problem. Oxygen, see, this charge is there on oxygen atom. Now you can remove H2O, dehydration. So one oxygen and two hydrogen gets removed. So NH3 gets converted to NH. SO3H. In this way, see, one oxygen and two hydrogen gets removed. This is intermediate. This is on eating. So SO3H gets migrated from SO3H gets migrated from NH2 ortho position. So this is called orthosulfonylic acid. Or simply, you can say orthoaminosulfonic acid. It becomes orthoamino sulfonic acid, benzene sulfonic acid. Again, you can heat it. So migration is take place to 180 degrees Celsius. You are getting para-aminosulfonic acid, or this is, you can say, sulfonilic acid. Para-aminobenzene sulfonic acid, or you can say sulfonilic acid. This is always in equilibrium with the Zwitter ionic form. SO3H donate one of the proton to NH2, so NH2 is converted to NH3 plus, and SO3H is converted to SO3 minus. So this is called Zwitter ion. Positive and negative radicals both are exist in a same molecule. Both the charge are remains in same molecule. So this is called Zwitter ion. Now see, here you are having molecular weight of both. So you have calculated theoretical yield. Theoretical yield is 18.96. So from that you can calculate percentage of yield. So theoretical yield is equal to 18.96 gram. Here it is written, we have calculated. Practical yield is weight of your product. Suppose your practical yield is equal to 10 gram. After crystallization, after decolorization, after removing impurity, you have weighed your compound, your product. So it is comes to 10.0 gram. Then percentage of yield is equal to, this is the formula, practical yield divided by theoretical yield into 100. That is equal to 18.10 gram practical yield. So it is 10.0 gram upon 18.96 into 100. So this is your practical yield. This data you have to write down in the journal. So what is your answer? See, this become 10 divided by 18.96 into 100, that is 52.74. How to express result? So result is very simple. In the result you can write down three things: theoretical yield is equal to 18.96 gram. Then second one is practical yield is equal to 10 gram, that is weight of your product. And third one is percentage of yield is equal to 52.74%. So this a practical one is completed. In the journal, aim, requirement, process and result. Aim, requirement, process and result is written on right side. Equation, mechanism, calculation is written on left hand side. In the journal, aim, requirement and process, result. These four things written on right hand side. On left hand side there will be equation, we can say reaction, reaction mechanism, calculation. Okay, so this is on left hand side. So this is practical one. If you having any doubts, then you can ask me in this experiment. Anybody having any doubts in this experiment, you can ask me. Otherwise we move to the second one. Is there any doubt? Yes or no? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any doubt? Calculations, preparation, સમજાણી ના હોય કે એવું કઈ છે?
No.
Okay, fine. So we move to the next one. That is preparation of symmetrical tribromobenzene. એટલે symmetrical એટલે એક સરખી પોઝિશન પર 1, 3 અને 5 પોઝિશન પર બેન્ઝીન ની રિંગ પર બ્રોમિન હોય. So that is called symmetrical. So preparation of symmetrical tribromobenzene from aniline. So here the requirement is, in this experiment the requirement is, one of them is aniline. Aniline is one of the requirement, that you require 5 ml. Second one is glacial acetic acid. Main reagent is again aniline. From aniline you are getting bromo derivative. Bromine you require as a brominating agent, bromine for bromination, it is 10 ml. Acetic bromine solution is prepared in acetic acid generally in order to remove NH2 group. So NaNO2 is needed. So NaNO2 is 1.75 gram. Then fifth one is rectified spirit. R spirit, that is you needed 15 ml. Concentrate H2SO4. That is required is 1.8 ml. So see, these are the most of the reagents that is you needed during experiment in order to carry out the experiment. Now you can start the process using, first you prepare, you can take the aniline and then add a bromine solution, so you are getting brominating product. So take 1 beaker, add 5 ml aniline to it. Take 1 beaker, add 5 ml aniline, and bromine. Then add bromine solution dropwise. Then add bromine solution. See, this bromine solution is actually nothing but bromine in glacial acetic acid. Br2 in glacial acetic acid. Dropwise. We get yellow colored precipitates. As a result, yellow color precipitates of symmetrical tribromo aniline is obtained. See, we want benzene, but here we are getting tribromo aniline derivative. Filter it and dry the product. This is intermediate. Now see, after drying, then what you can do next step is now take this 5 gram of this aniline derivative. Now then take 5 gram symmetrical tribromo aniline in 15 ml R spirit. In 15 ml R spirit and 3.5 ml benzene. In 100 ml RBF. Down bottom flask. Now heat on water bath and add small portion of or 1.8 ml of concentrate H2SO4, you can say now. Then after that, then heat on water bath. Heat the content on water bath. Continuously, see, heat on water bath. Now add continuously either from burette or from pipette 1.8 ml, you can say, concentrate H2SO4 in a hot reaction mixture. In water bath, add 1.8 ml concentrate H2SO4 in a hot mixture using burette or pipette, graduated pipette, not a simple pipette. Simply you can use a burette or you can say graduated pipette, marking pipette. Stir the mixture and reflux under water bath. Stir the mixture and reflux under water bath. Add 1.75 gram NaNO2 in a 2 portion into mixture. હવે આપણે NaNO2 એડ કરીએ છીએ એટલે ડાયઝોટાઇઝેશન થશે. Okay, time duration of 10 minutes in a 2 portion, so in a mixture at interval of 10 minutes. Each portion is added. So see here what happens. After addition, feed the condenser to the flask and shake the flask vigorously. Shake the flask vigorously. Now heat the flask on boiling water bath as long as possible and shake well at time to time. Now heat the flask on boiling water bath as long as possible. Shake well time to time. A mixture of symmetrical tribromo benzene and sodium sulfate byproduct and sodium sulfate crystal out crystallize out filter and wash with small portion of alcohol. Recrystallize crude product from methylated spirit. Recrystallize. See further crystallization માટે recrystallization માટે તમારે શું કરવાનું? crude product and methylated spirit માં dissolve કરવાની hot condition માં maximum dissolve કરી અને એને room temperature cool થવા દેવાનું એટલે ધીમે ધીમે crystal growth થશે એને filter કરી દેવાનું. Recrystallize crude product crude tribromo benzene from methylated spirit. So see after that then take its melting point and weight the product. Take it melting point and weight out it. So you are getting practical yield. Now see what is reaction, how this product is formed, what is reaction scheme. So see, reaction is a very simple, it is a two-step type process. First see aniline on reaction with Br2 in acetic acid, this is aniline on reaction with Br2 in acetic acid, glacial acetic acid. So you are getting tribromo, symmetrical tribromo aniline, yellow color product. This is 246. और નામ ના આપવું હોય તો સિમેટ્રિકલ છે એટલે એમ પણ લખી શકો, સિમેટ્રિકલ ટ્રાઇબ્રોમો aniline, or you can say 246 tribromo aniline, which is on diazotization using NaNO2 diazotization. So NH2 group is converted to diazonium salt and finally it is removed and you are getting symmetrical substituted tribromobenzene. This is called symmetrical tribromobenzene. So see, if you go for calculation of theoretical yield, then it is very simple. Theoretical yield become nothing but, theoretical yield is, if you want to calculate theoretical yield, then what you can do, you can go for calculation. Molecular weight of aniline is 93.13. So 93.13 molecular weight for aniline, and you have started a final product, that is a 246 tribromobenzene. The product having weight is 246 tribromobenzene. So you can have a see molecular weight of product is 314.80 gram. 314.80 gram. 314.80 gram. So see, you have started reaction with 5 ml aniline, that is called 5 gram. 5 gram aniline. So see, simple, it is 93.13 gram reactant will give you 314.80 gram product. So 5 gram aniline will give you how many gram product? So theoretical will become is equal to 5 into 314.80 divided by 93.13. So you are getting 5 into 314.80 divided by 93.13, 16.90 gram. This is your theoretical yield. Now what will be the mechanism? So mechanism is, first we go for understanding mechanism of formation of tribromo aniline. How to getting tribromo aniline? So formation of aniline, it is very simple. Acetic acid CH3 COO OH CH3 COO O minus H plus. When it is come in contact with Br2. So polarization of Br is take place. Br, this part is attached with H plus, and so this part by taking electron, so this Br is removed as a Br plus. So you are getting HBr plus Br plus. In this way, this Br plus electrophile is generated. This is electrophile. How electrophile is generated? Then after that, see, aniline is a orthopara directing. You know very well. If you go for its resonance structure, NH2. Aniline is a orthopara directing. You can have a resonance structure, so you can have a charge over here at ortho position. NH2 plus. Here it's a negative charge. Further, you can write down the resonance. So charge comes on para position. Arrow shows movement of 2 electrons. So here it's a negative charge. Further you go for again resonance. Okay, so in all this case, charge goes on ortho and para position, so it's a ortho para directing. Again, see, it is charge is removed. So this is the way you can generate the electrophile. Now it's a very simple job. In order to add electrophile, you can have a charge at ortho position as well as at para position. So you can carry out reaction using aniline at para positions. So what happens? We can go for both. If you take a Br2, or you can say Br plus, which ortho attack. So ultimately, see, in this way reaction is take place. Reaction at ortho position followed by deprotonation. So you are getting ortho product. Similarly, if you are having para attack, similarly if you are having para attack, so this bond comes to here. And you can have a para attack. Followed by deprotonation. By excess of bromination, you are getting tribromo derivative. Symmetrical tribromoaniline. Now how to remove NH2 group? So again it is very simple job. In order to remove NH2 group, so you can go for NH2 Br, here it is Br and Br. You can react it with nitrogen ion. NaNO2, it gives nitrogen ions. So these two electrons of NH2 group will make nucleophilic attack here with the removal of charge. So you are getting Br, here it is NH2, this is the intermediate, this is on removal of proton, this is on removal of protons, charge gets removed. It is NH, this one. This is on reaction with water molecule. This is on reaction with water molecule. एक और करना
तो છોકરાને કહી દો ને કે 1 વાગે જોઈન કરે ઓનલાઈન છે છોકરા
તમે વિવેક સરનો 1 વાગે જોઈન કરજો મેં લખીને જ મોડો આપેલો હતો પણ એમને થોડો ટાઈમ ઓછો મૂક્યો કે 11:30 થી મેં 1:30 મૂક્યો તો તમારો છે
વાંધો નહીં એમને 1 વાગે નો કહી દેજો
આપ કઈ દિસ ઇન્ફોર્મ કરી દેશો. So this is on reaction with water. So protonation is take place on oxygen atom. You are getting રિએક્શન નો લેક્ચર તમારે પછી જોઈન કરવાનું છે આ લેક્ચર પૂરો થાય એટલે એ હું તમને ઇન્ફોર્મ કરીશ. OH plus finally it undergoes removal of proton in this way. So charge gets removed. Double bond is now converted to single bond. And this will again undergoes reaction with water molecule to give protonation, and OH is converted to protonation take place here. So it is OH is converted to OH2 plus. Now this H2O is removed. H2O is removed, so you are getting diazonium salt. And this salt is, see, very easily it gets converted to, by heating, it gets converted to tribromobenzene plus acetaldehyde, sorry, CH3SCHO plus H2SO4 plus N2 gas by treatment with acetic acid. Sorry, treatment with ethyl alcohol. CH3, CH2, OH in this way. Okay, so alcohol gets converted to aldehyde and H plus is separated on ring, so it gives final product. Now say suppose your practical yield is, you can theoretical yield you have already calculated. Now practical yield is suppose is equal to, this is your theoretical yield, 16.90 grams. So practical yield is suppose 10.2 gram. Then percentage of yield is 10.2 upon 16 point, that is 90 gram into 100. So it become 63.0%. Okay, you can write down the result in a same way in earlier practical, whatever we have written. So any doubt in this preparation, you can ask me. Otherwise, we move to the last one. Is there any doubt? Fine. Last one is preparation of metanitrophenol from metanitro-aniline. So requirement is you needed metanitro-aniline. Second one is you require concentrate H2SO4. This is 7 gram. This is 11.5 ml. Third one is NaNO2, 3.6 gram. And fourth other are water, you needed ice, dilute HCl 50%. These are the reagents you required. Now procedure is there in C2 part. Part 1. Part 1 is nothing but you can add 11 ml. Add 11 ml. Concentrate H2SO4 in 15 ml. In a 15 ml water. In a 15 ml water containing 250 ml beaker. In a 250 ml beaker. Then add 7 gram. Add 7 gram metanitro-aniline. Add 7 gram metanitro-aniline and dissolve it. Add 20 to 25 gram ice and make homogeneous paste. And make homogeneous paste. Cool it to 0 to 5 degrees Celsius temperature by keeping in an ice bath. Now add cold solution of NaNO2. So diazotization takes place. 3.6 gram NaNO2 in 8 ml water. Over a period of 10 minutes. Over a period of 10 minutes. Until starch iodine paper gives positive test. See, keep temperature below 5 degree. Allow to stand for 5 minutes. Now this is a part 1, that is you have done diazotization. Now second part is the actual reaction, that is part 2. While diazotization is in progress, continuously add 33 ml concentrate H2SO4 in a 30 ml water. In a 250 ml RBF. Heat the mixture solution. During 15 minutes. Avoid the excess of addition at a time, and when all the diazonium solution has been introduced, when all the diazonium solution has been added, when all the diazonium solution has been added, boil for further 5 minutes. Boil it for further 5 minutes. Pour the mixture into pour the mixture into 250 ml beaker having ice crust. Filter the product. Wash it with cold water, dry it. And recrystallize from dilute HCl. And recrystallize it from dilute HCl. Take its melting point and weigh out it. So you are getting practical. So the procedure is very simple. After diazotization, then stepwise you add diazonium solution into a beaker containing concentrate H2SO4. Okay, that stepwise addition is going on. So step by step, when diazonium solution has been added, then boil it for further 5 minutes. and pour the mixture into cold water, so you are getting product. So reaction is very simple. This is meta nitro aniline. Now you have to replace NH2 group by OH, concentrate H2SO4, NaNO2. So you can do diazotization. You are getting here NO2, N2 plus, HSO4 minus. Again heat using concentrate H2SO4. So N2 and H plus gets removed, and you are getting NH2 group is replaced by OH, so it is called metanitrophenol. So the molecular weight of metanitroaniline is 138 gram. Molecular weight of product is 139 gram. You have started reaction using the weight that is you called 7 gram. So theoretically it will become 138 gram gives 139 gram product. So 7 gram gives how much? So it is approximately, this is equal to 7.05 gram. So this become your theoretical yield. Now if you go for mechanism is very simple. First 2 NaNO2, 2 moles of NaNO2 will react with H2SO4. So it gives 2 moles of HNO2 plus Na2SO4 plus H2O. Now second step is HNO2 is react with HNO2 is react with another moles of HNO2 in this way. This proton is removed from here and OH from here. So ultimately water molecule gets removed. One is in the form of OH minus, second one is in the form of H plus, and you are getting N plus O, this one, and here you are getting NO2 minus. In this way. So now these two gas react to give H2O, H plus and OH minus combined to give H2O. NO2 minus and NO plus combined to give dinitrogen trioxide. Oxygen trioxide. Now this is on reaction with metanitroaniline. This is reaction with metanitroaniline in this way. Electrons of nitrogen makes a nucleophilic attack on this nitrogen and proton is shifted to here. So ultimately you are getting here it's NH2 and O minus, this is plus. N is attached with oxygen, which is in turn attached with another oxygen. Now next step is removal of NO2. So ultimately NO2 is removed in this way. See. So you are getting this one, followed by rearrangement by proton deprotonation. So this proton comes to here. What is next step? Next step is another proton from here is gets converted to, it is attached with this one. So you are getting COH2 plus. Proton is removed from here and goes with oxygen atom. So it's N double bond N OH2 plus, which is on dehydration. So it gives N2 plus. Now finally see, this is on dehydration. After dehydration, then remove the N2 gas by heating. So this side getting positive charge. Now and counter ion is HSO4 minus. This is this positively charged species is on reaction with H2O. So you are getting here H2 hydrated form. Followed by deprotonation from here. With removal of H2SO4, you are getting main product, metanitrophenol. Practical yield is suppose is equal to 5 gram, then percentage of yield is equal to 5 practical yield upon theoretical yield, that is 7.0 something 05 into 100. So you are getting yield of product is 70.92%. So result is theoretical yield is equal to 7.05 gram, practical yield is equal to 5 gram, percentage of yield is equal to 72.92%. Okay. So up to here all this three preparation is over. Now if you having any doubt, then you can ask me. Otherwise we stop here. Thank you very much for your joining. If you having any doubts, then you can ask me. है कोई डाउट?
हाँ
बोलो.
जो हम ये बाजू हम देख ना मारला ही नाम पर ऊपर वाला